Welcome back to Cooking with Ken. It has been a while. Today we're going to be making another vanilla cake. So, you will need 1.5 cups of cake flour, 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar. Then we will need 1 teaspoon of baking powder, powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, then we need 3/4 teaspoon of salt, which I'm looking at a lot. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer or you can use a wooden spoon in a bowl. Mix up all your dry ingredients. Then, you want to mix in your butter. Calls for 3/4 of a cup of butter, which is 3 sticks. Because a cup equals 2 sticks of butter, and a half a stick equals 8 tablespoons. So you want to add that in there. And this part's going to get messy. If you own a KitchenAid, if you own a splatter guard, make sure to use that, or you can use a kitchen towel. So you want to add your butter. So when you're mixing in your butter, you want to make sure it turns into a sand. So get all the butter out. Make sure your butter is hard because this is going to be much easier. Because when it's all softened, it's not going to turn out like a sand. So, butter. After this turns into a sand, I'll come back. So this is what your sand mixture should look like. Then you want to crack 2 eggs. You want to mix them in, one at a time, not all at once. So. One egg. Let that mix until incorporated. Then you want to mix in your other egg until fully incorporated. If you do have a KitchenAid, make sure you adjust your height for this. Each pepper is fully incorporated. Alright, that is done incorporating. So now, unlock it. We're going to scrape down sides. That. Then we're gonna add in our yogurt and our vanilla. So we'll need we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Maybe a little bit, just to be a little extra. Then we need 2/3 of a cup of Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt. Not flavor, plain. So, we're gonna need this for this. Yogurt. If it's measured right, that is definitely 2/3 yogurt. Then we're gonna add a half a cup of milk. Half a cup of milk. So. Then we're gonna mix on medium speed for 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, stay tuned. So our batter is mixed. Make sure your oven is preheated to 325. Then make sure you have a floured pan and Crisco, or you can use non-stick spray. That's everything that needs to go. So we're going to pour in our batter. If you want to double it, you can, but if you want to, well, it depends on how much you are making. Make sure it's all even. Even like so. Spread it out instead of being a big, huge lump. Then that you want to pour in. We grab that where it's not stuff so it can stay clean and look presentable. your batter. But if you want to do it in round pans, one day in December, I will show you a trick how to do it in round pans. Because it's pretty cool. Because the trick that I do, you don't have to scrub off any excess cake off the bottom. So, heat all your batter. Get the rest. Batter. Then, take your rubber spatula. Then you spread that out. Make sure you don't get any cake batter on the stove. Make sure it's all even. So, this cake's gonna go in the oven for 30 minutes. Now for the next part, we're gonna make our buttercream. Stay tuned. Alright, so our cake is done in cooling. Make sure you do a toothpick test. Make sure it is done fully. Now we're gonna move on to our chocolate buttercream. So we're gonna need a cup of softened butter. You're gonna need, if you have a KitchenAid, you're gonna need your whisk attachment. If you don't, you can use an electric mixer. Butter over. Then we're gonna cream it. Then we're gonna scrape it. Take this off. Scrape. Scrape. Then I'm gonna add 3 cups of sugar. I meant powdered sugar, 1 at a time. So, this is gonna be much easier. Not much. No attachment. Scrape. Butter, sugar. And we're gonna whisk that in. Sugar. You want to add it in slowly so we'll create a poof. Keep that. So you pour it in powdered sugar, you want to put it in on the stir. all that powdered sugar combined. Stop it. Like this to make my life much easier. Dump the rest in. And I'm gonna scrape down the sides and sides. And we're gonna mix until that's all combined. After that's all mixed, we're gonna whip it for 5 minutes on high speed. Stay tuned. So after 5 minutes, we're gonna add in 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. Make sure your powdered sugar and cocoa powder is sifted, because that's gonna create lumps. Add in 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. Powder. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then 1 teaspoon. Oops, all the excess gets on. And a half. And need a pinch of sea salt. A pinch, not a lot. Alright, so not like that much. Well, very chocolatey, so on low for 1 minute. So you want to blend this on low for 1 minute. Blend for 1 minute. And we'll add in alright. Then we're gonna add in 1/4 of heavy whipping cream. Not milk, heavy whipping cream. Pour that in like so. So after that gets combined, then we're gonna whip it. So after 4 minutes, I'll show you what. So this is what the chocolate buttercream looks like. you should see a peak at the end. So, all you have to do, let it sit for a little bit, wait for your cake to